My family is actually really worried that I wouldn't have had probably a heart attack or a stroke over this.
Over the past few weeks, everything that could go wrong for Kyle Nuss has gone wrong. Kyle's dad passed away in early May. Then Kyle found out the Social Security Administration actually declared him dead as well. He and his father share almost the exact same name. Kyle is also dealing with cystic fibrosis and had just gotten out of the hospital when he got that news.
I wasn't able to use my credit or debit card, so I actually called them and they told me, and this was at 10 o'clock at night, that I was deceased.
This disabled Army veteran is now back in the hospital and fighting to get his life back. He called the Social Security Administration in downtown Birmingham, but he's getting the runaround.
There's a Gregory Dwayne and there's a Gregory Kyle. I said, so y'all just went off a first last name basis. Y'all didn't check a Social Security number or birthday. And she goes, well, that seems to be what happened. I said, well, that's ridiculous.
Having to deal with this government red tape is taking a big toll on his health.
In a week's time, my health has declined bad enough to where if I were to leave the hospital today, I would be dead in probably a week.
It's also taking a toll on him financially. His attorney, Chris Reed, is trying to get Kyle help from lawmakers.
Now Kyle doesn't have access to any of his credit cards. He can't pay $1. He technically doesn't have health insurance. And so we're really scrambling to get help from people that can assist us, because we really want to make sure that after he leaves here, he's got oxygen, he can see physicians.
I would love to make sure that nothing like this ever happens to anyone again, because it is amazing how just the smallest thing overlooked can just tear somebody down.
The fight continues to get help for 28-year-old Kyle Nuss. He's the disabled Army veteran mistakenly declared dead last month by the Social Security Administration.
Stuff like this should not happen.
Our reporting now has the White House looking into Kyle's situation. A Trump administration official tells me they are, quote, on it, and says, let's see what we can do. Senator Doug Jones and Congressman Gary Palmer's offices are also assisting.
Personally, going through all this, I wouldn't wish this on anyone else.
Kyle technically doesn't have health insurance because he doesn't exist after the Social Security Administration issued him a death certificate as well after his dad with a similar name died unexpectedly in May. Since then, Kyle's bank accounts have been frozen and his health insurance canceled. This Saving Private Kyle GoFundMe page has been set up to help pay for some of his medical expenses, which are piling up.
The smallest thing overlooked, creates the biggest of problems.
Kyle's attorney believes he could possibly qualify for experimental treatment if his health insurance was reinstated. Kyle has a little over 20% lung function right now.
He's got to get his health insurance fixed. He's trying to get experimental medicine, one that just came out maybe like a month ago, and everything that they've done is actually hurting his ability to recover.
Good news tonight for a local veteran declared dead by the government. It appears he will finally get help to restore his life. Josh Gauntt broke the story last week. He's in our newsroom with what just happened a few hours ago, Josh.
Yeah, Jonathan, Kyle Nuss got a visit in his hospital room from Social Security. His attorney telling me that his health insurance should be reinstated by Monday. This is something Kyle has been fighting for after he says Social Security mistakenly declared him dead in late May. That's after his dad with almost the same name died earlier that month. Kyle's attorney says Social Security representatives did come and apologize for the mistake, a mistake that left Kyle with no health insurance and frozen bank accounts. It's all happening after a number of our stories got the attention of lawmakers and the White House this week.
I personally, along with Chris and everyone else, want the people who were responsible to be held accountable and for this to be fixed.
Social Security declined multiple interview requests, but in a statement telling me, quote, due to privacy laws, we cannot comment on this specific case. However, these are high priority cases and we resolve them quickly. That statement goes on to say we have reached out to Mr. Nuss and his representative directly to address his concerns. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience this has caused Mr. Nuss. Now, Kyle's attorney says Social Security told him the agency always moves quickly and the efforts of the media and elected officials had nothing to do with it. This after we made them aware of this situation last week. In the newsroom tonight, I'm Josh Gauntt, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.